Hello, Americans, and other friends and subscribers around the world. Back again, man. Today we're going to do a little review on this Husqvarna. My good friend sent it, so this one was a gift. I thought we'd do a review on it. This one's a Husqvarna 445 X-TORQ. It's an X series, or I mean E series, not an X series. The X-TORQ threw me off. And this thing, man, is a cutting machine. As I put this video together, I may clip in here when I got it and show a little bit of cutting. I just got down off the roof, and I may throw some of that in there too. Actually, I didn't end up filming that. That's right, man. I had issues with the camera. I think it was the guy running the camera was the issues. That's why we have Miss Kitty behind there today. So anyway, man, as far as I'm gonna go over a couple of things that like I said, man, the X-TORQ, this compared to other saws, man, the feel of it, everything, the balance, the weight, everything is amazing. The one thing I questioned when I first pulled it out and was looking at it was the one, the one nut, the keeper nut for the bar, and then it keeps the cover on here. And I'd never had a saw that only had one keeper nut. I do like the side tightener here, man. Makes it pretty nice because most of the ones I've had, you come from the other side here. This is the first Husqvarna I've ever owned. I've owned a lot of steel saws and a lot of Poland's and Craftsman's and all the other little saws. And I would have to say that this is, man, above the steels, everything. I haven't used it a ton, man. I've only had it for a few days. But we use a lot of saws around here, a lot of cutting, especially this time of year. And for using this, man, this is the most amazing saw that I've ever used. That's on the plus side. I did just throw up there cutting cottonwood up here. It fell on my dang building. I threw the chain. So I was, oh man, I've thrown a chain thousands of times. I've thrown chains. And never, ever had I had a chain, which I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I feel for it here. Oh, right there. It actually marred up and bent. See the little bit here. This chain, this is a brand new chain. I've only cut, very little with this, and I'll file that down and get it back. But then it wouldn't go back in the bar, to guide it along. And at first I'm like, well, man, they sure make these tight, man. I just don't understand that. And luckily, I happen to have another chain with me. So I threw it on here, and then I will file that one down, put it back on here. It all went together, man, nice and smooth, when I pulled this apart and everything. Just as smooth as any saw I've ever done. That's the, and the one thing when I threw the chain, which was very odd, I thought, and maybe it's what caused me to throw the chain, because I didn't do anything crazy when I was doing it, but this whole cover this nut was loose, and this cover was a little bit cockeyed. So I don't know if maybe the vibrations, so maybe something is always to make sure and check your keeper nut here, when you're using it. But other than that, man, I think the keeper nut is the only, on easy start, man, the thing is just amazing. Because it's got that new easy start, and Stihl did that too. And I do not Stihl. The last two Stihl chainsaws that I had, and then I had a issue when I called the company and stuff, and was not happy with them, so I stopped using Stihl. But I found with the Stihl's easy start, if you miss the start, you might as well just set that saw down for a while and come back to it, because man, after you miss that and you don't catch it, man, it was done, dude. Where this thing, man, is just like. Amazing. So I absolutely love it. I'm still on the fence about the one keeper nut, just because, man, and all my building and everything I do, there's a balance and stuff, and just one nut to keep that bar just seems a little crazy, but I'm not the engineer that designed the whole thing, so maybe when you put it on, there's, it's holding it. But I would give it I'd give it a 5-star rating, a 5 stars, so that's pretty good. I want to thank Gregor for sending that on out. And this one is an 18-inch bar. 18-inch saw, like I said, the 445. 18-inch is just a good size for all-around firewood cut. You know, like I said, we use a lot of saws. I've seen people get hurt with the bigger saws. I would like to get the bigger Husqvarna 2 down the road just because I'm getting old, you know, and the bending over thing. But the 18-inch bar, man, for safety and all that, I am going to research to see if I could put a 20-inch bar on this one. I do not know that right now. So I'd have to say, man, Husqvarna 445. It's a good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise.
We'll be back again tomorrow.
See ya!